Alright, so if you haven't heard the news, Blackbeard is officially revealed as a leader in OP09. Let's go. I'm super excited. I've been waiting for a Blackbeard leader for a while now, and I'm not the only one. So shout out to BlackbeardTCG, one of the GOATs, the OGs of the One Piece card game content creator. He hasn't been making content for a while because he has been busy, but he made a video when this card dropped talking about it, so I'm excited to see him doing more stuff with Blackbeard. Go check him out, link will be in the description below. But I want to give my thoughts about Marshall D. Teach as well, as a kind of an interesting leader that has a very powerful type effect, because his effect is kind of brand new. So let's talk about the leader. Let's go through the leader first, and then like make some discussions about Marshall D. Teach. Let's go. Alright, so Blackbeard Marshall D. Teach is a leader from OP09. So if you're OP07 just came out for English and we get OP09 leaders already, but let's just a discussion video. Let's talk about it. 5000 power with 5 life. It's a mono black leader, part of the 4 Emperors and Blackbeard Pirates. This is the 4 Emperors variant of Blackbeard, so that's pretty cool. His ability, the first one, is your on-play abilities don't activate. Okay, that's something. And then activate main, you may trash 1 card from your hand until the end of your opponent's next turn. Your opponent's on-play abilities don't activate. Yeah, you read that right. It's a kind of stacks-like effect where you prevent your opponent's on-play abilities from activating just by activating Blackbeard's activate main ability. Just by discarding 1 card from hand, you get to lock it down. And there's a lot of implications to that, but let's talk about the first ability first. Your on-play abilities don't activate. So I actually did some research. I went through like the card list, trying to see if there were any negative on-play abilities for black. That's not a lot. I think there's depends on what you consider as negative or not, but essentially I think the way that Blackbeard kind of behaves, or the cards that indicate the indication of like what kind of cards they are coming to OP09, the Blackbeard Pirate cards will have negative on-play abilities, essentially, that will only benefit if you play it in a Marshall D. Teach deck. So like every other black deck, if you use that particular Blackbeard Pirates card, you may have something negative happening to you or the field or whatever, which is a very good way to kind of restrict the deck building in a way that you want to use Blackbeard Pirate cards with Marshall D. Teach, because it disincentivizes you from using it with other black leaders, for example. It's a very different way of saying like, if your leader is Blackbeard Pirates, do this. So props to the team for kind of doing it this way. I think it's a very interesting way to kind of do it. So I do think that it's a deck building restriction. Blackbeard Pirates in OP09 will probably get a negative on playability, which works really well with this leader because they don't activate. Alright, that's part 1. Part 2. You trash 1 card from hand, you negate your opponent's next until the end of your opponent's next turn. Your opponent's on-play abilities don't activate. There's a lot of cards you can shut down, from like the big ones, like the most obvious ones, which is essentially every big mom card out there. 7 cost mom, 9 cost mom, 10 cost mom. You're shutting it down. Get goodbye. Good. And that's pretty strong, because you can time it. Like your opponent's at the 10 on turn, you just got 1 card. Okay, like next turn, on play, don't activate. And that's great. And it drops down all the way to like searches, man. Like you negate on play searches, you negate like a 5 cost sabo, draw 2, discard 2. You negate a lot of abilities, and also it's a good kind of leader to oppose black, surprisingly, because Marine Black, or generally that CP0 Marine Black, does a lot of on play minus cost, like cards like Hina, for example. And this shuts it off, you know. And this Blackbeard leader shuts that off completely, which is really good. I mean, there's a lot, not only in like black, for example, like every color has an on-play uses on-play cards, and like if you know the meta well enough, this would be a really good counter to it, because you know the timing on which you need to activate Blackbeard's ability and discard it overall. So we don't have a lot, okay? We don't have a lot to kind of go on with what works well with him, because looking at all like the past sets, like you can build a kind of standard black deck out of it, and then you just use his ability to prevent, because the card that you discard, the card that you trash from your hand, doesn't need to be a specific type. Take that, new Sakazuki. I mean, this is really good. So you can use it as a mono black leader that just prevents your opponent from playing their game plan as long as you discard a card, and then just play a normal black package. Or it'll probably be a very synergistic Blackbeard Pirates type of deck, and I'm really excited about that. I just want to make this video to quickly talk about Blackbeard as a leader, because I've been waiting for a Blackbeard leader for so long. We're finally getting in OP09. You know, fingers crossed, since we get one of the Yonkos, and like OPO9 is meant to be like a set focusing on the 4 Yonkos. Hopefully we get a buggy. I mean, oh man, the next one, if it's buggy, let's go. We're bringing it back. I can't wait. Oh my god. Okay, anyway, that's it for my video. I just want to do a simple video talking about this one. I don't have much to go on until we get more cards from OPO9, but until then, let's just enjoy the fact that we have a Blackbeard leader. Alright, that's it for me for today. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.